Many of times it happens that when we want to share about the death of somebody, we hardly say that somebody died, because the selection of this kind of word is very much harsh and somehow hurting. We hardly use this particular word death in our communication. Do you know why? Because this kind of word in fact are truth but bitter. And in elite society, in decent group, we avoid using such words which are bitter truths or facts or harsh to hear. So there is alternate to such words in English language. Dear students, today I am going to share with you a very special and important kind of figure of speech, that is euphemism. Euphemism. Let's see the definition of this. It is the practice of avoiding blunt and bitter truth. As I already told you, blunt and bitter truth or offensive languages. Yes, offensive in the sense, if you want to say, or the boss wants to say that I have fired somebody out of this company, he prefers to say let go him out of this company. So आपने समझ लिया होगा कि यूफेमिज्म में हम बिटर ट्रूथ्स को और ऐसे वर्ड्स को जो रिप्रेजेंट करते हैं बिटर ट्रूथ्स, उनकी जगह पे कुछ ऐसे खूबसूरत वर्ड्स का यूज करते हैं जो मीनिंग को ऑल्टर किए बगैर प्रेजेंटेशन को सॉफ्ट एंड सिंपल बना देते हैं. So it is the practice of avoiding blunt and bitter truth or offensive languages in writing or in speaking. So instead of talking evil, we talk good. Instead of talking disagreeable, we talk agreeable one. And instead of talking inauspicious, we talk auspicious words. Let's have some example. When we want to share about the death of somebody, we say he took his last breath. To breathe one's last, it signifies the death. At the place of saying somebody died, you can say he passed away or he departed. At the place of saying somebody is fired out of the company or the place, we must say he was let go from the company. In place of saying something is cheap, we can say it is economical. Sometimes give reminder to the customer about the past due bills, and we avoid writing these particular words, past due bills. Instead of this, we write outstanding payment. We are giving reminder to you for outstanding payment. जो बकाया राशि है उसके लिए reminder दिया जा रहा है. So in place of saying that I want to go to toilet, you can use this word, I want to powder my nose. So powder my nose, I want to go to toilet. Very oftenly you must be using this particular word what I am going to share now. I want to go for number one. Number one means I want to go for urination. I want to go to urinate. And when we say I want to go for number two, we mean to say that I am feeling bowel movement inside my stomach, so I want to go to toilet for number two. Sometimes at the place of writing very clearly that two persons are having sex, we avoid this particular word and we use two persons are making love with each other. Now I give you the best example I have gone through when I was studying Othello by William Shakespeare. At the place when he had to write about the two were having sex, William Shakespeare used this particular phrase, the beast with two backs. So when the writers use these kind of words in order to make the truth simple and sober, this kind of practice is called euphemism. So in nutshell, you can say that when writers practice euphemism in their writing, they not only use the language beautifully and avoid using words which represents bitter truths, they also add up variety and imagery to their language. So I hope this figure of a speech euphemism is now very much clear to you. And if you are still watching this video, please don't leave without subscribing this channel for more videos on English grammar and English language. Thank you so much.